All right, all right. Hey, folks, I'm back. Yeah, I'm kind of back, kind of back. Oh, I've been sick, like for 2 weeks. Nothing too serious, but just you know, like snot. Oh, the stream is on here. Hang on a second. Oh, I was scared for a second. No, I'm just coughing and yeah, like a cold basically, but worse than that, maybe it was COVID. I don't know. We don't really test for COVID anymore in Belgium, so um, just a matter of yeah, waiting it out basically. So yeah, I'm drinking some tea here. It's actually, and that was my last sip, but you know, I was sick and I wasn't able to stream for 2 weeks, and I was really, really annoyed by that because we did this last stream 2 weeks ago, like exactly 2 weeks ago, where we released the first alpha version of Tempest, and like so many things have happened these past 2 weeks, and I wanted to talk about it, and it was difficult because I wasn't able to speak all that much. Yeah, and now here we are. I'm still coughing a little bit. I'm gonna try my best. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, I just I didn't want to hold off any longer. I wanted to sit down and meet fellow developers and just have a little chat with all of you. Maybe look at a couple of code things as well. But this is very much me getting back into things. So I had last week. I had some time off work and just I rested for a while. And today I wanted to start again. You know how it can be difficult, and I was like, okay, I need to do something fun as well. And that's this. There are a lot of fun things I do at JetBrains, but like this is one of the most fun things I can. So. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Hello, Tragets on Twitch, and Felix, Francesco, and Gabriel on YouTube as well. That's really nice. Glad you're here. I'm glad to be back. So let's talk a little bit about Tempest. Maybe just it was pretty fun. Like last week's live stream went very well. We tagged the first alpha release, right? And I had a lot of fun doing that stream. And then I also wrote a Reddit post about it. And let me share my screen here. I was really surprised by the huge response. So many people are so positive about it, and I didn't expect that. Not like to this level, which is really cool, really encouraging. If you were with the latest stream, you might have picked up on I still don't know where this is going, right? And this is a phase where we're trying to figure that out. And like posting it on Reddit was, in my mind, a pretty big thing to do. Just there are a lot of very experienced PHP developers on the PHP subreddit, and sometimes they tend to be critic. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I wrote this in this post as well. I wanted people to be honest and share their opinions, and they did. And it was like super positive. You can read through the thread if you want to, but oh, I don't know. This was removed anyway. It's just I was really surprised by the response. It was so great. So that was like one of the things that, one of these check marks, right? Where, okay, this might be something for real. People over the past 2 weeks have been contributing to Tempest as well. Here and there, not like huge amounts of things. But oh yeah, let me show you this. Someone sent a pull request for a new website, basically, which is really nice. I did some some sketching and I just put it out because we had to have something, and then just someone came along and pull requested all of this, and it looks really nice now. I really like the website. We looked at some other framework websites in the past stream, and I dare to say that this is a good one compared to other other websites. I really like this. This was just crazy. I don't understand how people can make these things, and I'm super happy with it. So like I can write the code to make it look like this, but I cannot come up with something that looks as good. And there's a lot of improvement yet. By the way, like this is the old design. This is what I came up with. Oh, there's a CSS bug here actually, but this is what I came up with. Just very, very basic. So still need to update this page, but work in progress. But yeah, super cool. Really happy with this. And then, you know, there are some more pull requests here that I need to take a look at actually. But oh yeah, let me just show you how much like things were merged last week. Let me check here. When did we do our live stream? Like somewhere around here, I think. Anyway, just lots of small things and some features as well. Super cool. Like it is so great to see. And now there's a pretty interesting pull request here as well. Someone who came up with, I think this is inspired by Symfony, but like allowing an auto wire attribute so that you don't need an initializer to have this class be automatically registered in the container for this interface, which is really nice. I think this was inspired by Symfony. I think it said it somewhere. Super cool. So yeah, I had some questions about it, but we're gonna get this merged. That's really nice. I've been working, like I had this maybe 1 or 2 hours a day where I had the energy to do something, not that much. So in the evening, you know, just a little bit of coding. And I worked on, this one here, on an authenticator, right? So let me actually get PHP Storm here. Oh, it takes a while. I don't know why. Like this. I actually need this one here. So let's see. Let's check out main here and update. By the way, yeah, seeing you're saying the WordPress engine tab. Yeah, I know it. I saw it flying by, and I know there has been some drama about it, but I haven't actually looked into it properly. So I still need to do that. Well, I don't need to do that, but I'm interested in learning what's going on there. There was there's probably some like people exaggerating here, but is this the beginning of the end for WordPress? Probably not, but yeah, interesting. I did read this article, this blog post here where they banned WP Engine, sorry. But I'm not really too familiar with WordPress, so I wanted to look at it as well, see what's going on there, but not today. Let's see here. I wanted to show you like authorizing stuff, right? I already did that. Let's see. Auth layer, auth manager. This is the one. So I started working on this, right? Like I was talking about authentication and authorization. Not too familiar with WordPress is living the good life. You know, okay, let's I think I shared my opinion about it before, but from a developer's point of view, I did do some WordPress. Actually, my very first job was as a WordPress developer, and like I quit after 2 weeks because I was miserable. So and then afterwards I did have to do some more WordPress stuff, like not full time, but there were some old websites that, you know, So I am a little bit familiar with WordPress. From a developer's point of view, I mean, it really sucks. You cannot convince me otherwise. I was miserable having to code in WordPress. But from a user's point of view, I mean, I've set up a couple of WordPress websites myself as well. Like for, the uncle who has, I don't know, some kind of blog he wants, or even a simple web shop, or, and, WordPress is, I get why it's so popular. It's just plug in and pop it on some kind of shared web hosting, and it works. It works. It's so easy to set up. It's also so easy to make a mess out of it, totally. But from a user's point of view, I mean, it is the dream, Well, maybe not a dream, but it's really good and it's really flexible. And people abuse it it's a blogging engine, and people make like super complex web shops with it. Like, this is a personal trauma for me. I had to, like, at my second job, they had this WordPress web shop, and you had to update from I think it was WooCommerce version, blah, 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 to another version. And everything was broken. And there were so many data migrations, and it sucked so hard. It was really not fun. But on the other hand, like the client, they had their web shop set up initially for like super cheap, costs almost no money, no time. So I get it. Why it is unfortunate that that the code base sucks so hard. But apart from that, I mean, there is a lot to say good things about WordPress as well. I did read an interesting take on Reddit. I was scrolling through that WP engine drama thread on Reddit, and someone actually said, yeah, why they have this crappy code base? It's just a smart way of vendor lock-in, because no one can ever leave WordPress because there is so much crap piled onto each other, and you cannot just simply take a plugin and use it for another or port it to another CMS. It's so much crap, all depending on each other, and it's impossible to untangle the mess, and they deliberately keep that mess very tangled. I don't know if this is just conspiracy thinking, but it kind of made sense, yeah, I mean, it's interesting, WordPress. He said, like, there are so many good CMSs out there, like clean code, built on top of Symfony, built on top of Laravel, and almost no one is using it. Maybe Statamic is a good example of a CMS that is like pretty much more like reasonably popular. But these CMSs, they are written for developers, and WordPress isn't written for developers. It's written for people actually using websites. So there's a huge target audience there, and yeah, it's not going away. Anyway, that's a big rant on on WordPress. Let's go back to a good zone here, and let's go to Tempest. Hello, Sergio, as well, and Rolf. Or Rolf, I don't know. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining my TED talk on WordPress. So interesting. So I was talking about authentication, right? And let me see here. I was building this small package, like component here. We have an authenticator here, which can log in, log out, and get the current user. And we have an authorizer interface, which basically just checks whether an logged in user is allowed to do something, right? And so those are the interfaces, and there's just some code around it. I did add a default implementation, like a default user model with permissions and like name, email, passport. But what I didn't add is like the user management flow, because that's out of scope for this issue, and it's out of scope for Tempest 1.0. We kind of I did some polls on Discord and social media. And it's pretty clear that we're not in a place where we can like provide a proper solution for login forms and for like password reset flow and stuff like that. There are too many things still missing for that to properly work. And we're just gonna, like, for version 1, we're gonna rely on people building it themselves or a third-party package that will do it. But like everything, as soon as you have a user or someone who can authenticate, right? It doesn't have to be a database model. Can be, it has to be a database model actually, but it doesn't have to be like the Tempest implementation for user. Like as soon as you have it, you can log in with it, and you can check whether that logged in user is authorized to do stuff. But I still need to build like half of this. What was interesting is that when I was building this, like 2 interfaces here and then 2 other interfaces that don't do all that much. But I was running in so many edge cases, and now if you look at my pull request here, 1,000 additions. Because I had to, let's see here, what was it, like in the builder, I had to make changes to like the ORM, because there were, things were still missing, like has one support wasn't really added, so like the inverse relation of belongs to, right? There were some bugs here as well with ORM queries, and like I did one thing, like as simple as just this user model, and I ran into so many edge cases and I had to fix them. But this is a good thing, because like we're dog fooding and we're learning where Tempest is still lacking, and we're fixing all of that. So yeah, that's it's quite a lot of code, but I'm like nearing the end now. I've been slowly working on it for the past week. Like I said, just an hour here and there in the evening, not much. But yeah, it was fun. And it's gonna be cool when it's done, because like one of the differences with Laravel is that we're gonna have permissions / roles built into the core framework. So I actually don't know, does Laravel already, like maybe they now do have built-in support for it. They didn't, but they do now. Like what's it called, permissions, or is it still Spasszy's package? Like this is like the most popular Spasszy package because everyone needs it. Let's actually check here. Like Laravel has gates, of course, but like database managed permissions, I don't think they have, or roles. No, I don't think so. So yeah, I think this will be a good thing when it's done. And I like the API. Like I want people to use enums here instead of just strings, but it's very simple. User has permission, and then the only thing I still need to add is something like, if you go to, let's see here, controller, where's a book controller, for example, like store here, some kind of has permission or something like that, and then something is cracking here. I don't know if that's my microphone or something else. I know, like permission admin, for example, something like this. I still need to decide on this API here, but it will be something like this. And you can add multiple permissions here, and you will be able to also add your own. I don't know the name yet, but like the thing like Laravel does with gates, right? But I don't want it to be called gate. Like an authorizer, maybe it's just a good name. We already have an authorizer. But yeah, actually, people can just provide their own implementation, and Tempest will provide a default implementation. That could be something. So like nothing too complex here. Just authorizer. I think that makes sense. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's one of the big things that needs to be added before we can tag version 1. And let me think. Async command handling is another thing. Like doing like handling commands in the background is another big thing that we want to fix before tagging version 1. Policy, I didn't like policy gate. Like these are nice names, but they like authorizer. Everyone knows what it means, right? And like I've always find that with Laravel, like a little bit too. Like too vague in some areas, while with Symfony it's the other way around. You have the database session authorizer factory thingy, you know. It gets too complex. I want to find a middle ground there when it comes to names, but you know, naming is pretty big problem. So metaphorically speaking is here as well. Hi. And someone is asking, Lucas, I don't know. Why Stitcher? What does mean? You know, have I never told like the story about Stitcher? I did, but I mean, haven't you seen that live stream once, like half a year ago? No, Stitcher. It was like I built a static site generator, basically, and I called it Stitcher. And then I had to try it out, and then I made a blog with the static site generator, and I called that blog Stitcher as well. And then the static site generator just basically ended up nowhere. I'm still using it for my own blog, but no one else is allowed to. And I kept the name Stitcher, and kind of, yeah, that's where it comes from. Like Stitcher in English is like stitching. It's like sewing, right? Stitching things together, right? And that was kind of like with the static generator, that was the idea as well. It took different parts and it's all stitched them together. That's where the name comes from. Policy guard, guard again. It's I mean, when I say authorizer, everyone knows what it means, and I think authorizer just makes sense. We don't need to find any like more exotic names than authorizer. I think authorizer will be fine. Perceptic here on Twitch says, I think that should be an optional package anyway, akin to 4.5. When we're talking about login screens and user management, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wish we could do it already, but there are just too many unknowns. Like, for example, how are we going to ship like front-end files that users can override, for example? That's a pretty big one. And one of the downsides of discovery in Tempest is that, that's slightly more complex to manage. I mean, still need to find a good way to do that. So, yeah, that's like one of the big unknowns that I don't feel like we can already make an informed decision about it right now. So I rather just not do it for version 1. It also will take a lot less time to not worry about it, and means we can move closer to version 1 more quickly. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, but cool pull requests here, right? Someone is Sergio, you're in chat as well, right? You're have you actually, do I need to look at this? Try to look into running some benchmarks tomorrow morning. Did you do this, Sergio? No pressure. We're adding like more complex support for route parameters with regex in case people need it. I never needed this myself, but some people might, and if it doesn't impact performance, then it should be fine. Like these kinds of things. Aiden is working on a file system component. Super cool, by the way. Let me show you. Like this is something small, but like managing permissions, you know, there's 700,777 things like that. That should we're managing that with enums with a very nice API, I think, like very clean, very clear what it does, because I never know what it does. Yeah, okay, I know 7 means do read, write, execute for I think admin, owner, and user, I guess. But you know, it's just too complex to remember. So I'm really happy that we're working on an API here that will do that. And you know, like file system, it will be pretty basic, but you know, stuff like being able to just create a recursive file without having to check whether the directory exists, something like that you have to do this, that will be nice as well. So are you using MacBook or Mac? I'm using a Mac Mini for my streams. Yeah, and I have a MacBook Air as well, which is I think actually more powerful than my older Mac Mini, but it's fine. I hope the quality is still fine. So is it just me or is the stream down on YouTube? Well, I don't know. Maybe my Mac Mini actually has a problem here. Audio's like videos sometimes lags. More powerful. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know about it. Well, actually, I do know about that. Yeah, I'm seeing some network issues here. That's weird, because they shouldn't be there. Like, I don't know. I'll have to debug that. That kind of sucks. Maybe you need to go to Twitch then. Is Twitch better? Twitch. Or not? I don't know. I always think like Twitch is a little better, but okay, stream is fine, not having any issues. Well, OBS is actually saying that I have some increased dropped frames here. So, but I don't know what that could be about. Yeah, I'll need to check. Maybe like my setup is just will need to recover from my illness as well for a couple more days. So yeah. Let's check here. I needed to reconnect. Okay. Oh, so the problem was on your side. Sure. All fine. That's actually one thing I wanted to do is hang on, let's roll this back. Is brainstorm this API with you a little bit. Oh, actually let's go to my auth test. Let's write a test for it. My authorizer test here. And actually this is, I should rename this to user model test, something like this. And now let's create an authorizer test. Because I was talking about this extends framework integration test. I was talking about this attribute, right? And I want to check out whether we can figure something out here. So test authorize. Okay. So a couple of things we will need to do is, let's see here, set up our model, right? And we'll also have to set up the session. I still need to clean this up a little bit because now we're managing all of these things manually. That kind of sucks, but okay. So what this does is just within this test case, use a specific session file. Basically, that's all it does, and it cleans it afterwards as well, just to make sure that we have a clean session, right? File support for authentication. Hey Aiden, glad you're here. You guys said it's not urgent, Sergio, so I'm taking my time. No, it's perfectly fine. I was kidding. I'm so happy with people who are contributing, whether it's just fixing a typo in the docs or whether it's actually submitting a pull request. It's all cool, and I totally get it that it takes some time. I mean, I'm also not doing this all the time, so yeah. Tregget seeing some cam freezes, dude. Yeah, you might have jinxed it. Audio out of sync. I don't know. Sucks. Anyway, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So even if there is a little less quality, you might still be able to read it. So let's see here. Yeah, we do some setup. So we do some migrations here, and then we set up our session to be in a specific file so that we just know that we're always, you know, running with a clean session here. And we're also going to create a user. Let's do it like this. Okay. So just one test case for now. We'll have to make some other variations here. So we create a user, we set the password, we save it. I really want this syntax to be available in PHP. Okay. So that's our user with a with admin rights. Let's then over here create a controller, admin controller. So very simple test case for now. We'll say get admin, right? And we'll have to like create a new attribute here, and we'll return response, return new. Okay. Okay. Okay, something like this, I guess. And let's make our attribute now. Oh, what should we call it? Give me a name. Has access, has permission, can, gate, guard, guard. Any ideas? You know, the upside of Twitch is that people usually just instantly reply. For YouTube, there's like a 20 seconds delay, so I have to fill in the gaps before people reply, and I generally don't know what this attribute should be called. You know, it should be able to has permission, or let's use has permission for now, and we'll see what people come up with. So it's an attribute with a target method, right? And it will have private. It can have a couple of things here: string or null, or no, not null, or unit enum, or we also want an authorizer. But that should be a class, right? So let's do it like this: add var string or unit enum or class string authorizer permission, something like this. I think yeah. Folks, go watch over on Twitch, by the way, if the stream is down. Twitch seems to be fine. So has permission, and has is conditioned to be a trait for me. Yeah, but I mean, definitely just suggest something better than I don't know. We can rename it. It's not a problem. I don't think has like this should be has permission, but I don't know a better name for now. So let's start with user permission back enum admin, something like this, right? So, and in this case, if we're not logged in, so the first thing we want to do is this HTTP get admin. Actually, let's get URI admin controller class. Oh, it's just invoke. Actually, let's rename this because admin. We're gonna add some more methods here. Admin. right? And this should assert forbidden. There's no method for that yet, but we'll add it. Assert OK. We'll assert forbidden. Forbidden, please. Forbidden. Assert forbidden. And this test should fail because like we're not doing anything with it yet. And it fails because the status is a 200. We don't want it. So Twitch crashed back on YouTube, dudes. Yeah, something is seriously wrong then. That's so unfortunate. I don't know what. Yeah. Let me check something here. I'm just there shouldn't be anything wrong, but I mean I totally believe you that there is. Sucks. I guess there's nothing I can do about it now. Just have to I'm gonna write this one test and make it work. That's what I want to do. So and then we'll have to authenticator equals this container get authenticator, and then we'll say authenticator login our user, and then we'll do the same request and it should say assert. Okay, that's what we want to test in this function. And you know, it won't be that difficult actually, because we'll just add a middleware for it. Is my where are my middlewares? Like set cookie middleware. Yes. It should probably be here, right? Okay. Authorize middleware implements HTTP middleware like this. And what we need to do here, construct, let's do it like this. We'll say private authenticator. We inject it like this. Okay, so if request, do I have the yeah, you don't have this in the request, but I can do it like this. Private current route. I can inject a current route like this, I think. Let's actually see here. Construct. Or, oh, I'm sorry. Was it current route? Let me check. Generic router. Route. Was it something with I know I registered a route, like the currently matched route in the container somewhere, but I can't remember its name. Oh, matched route. That's what matched route. That's the name. That's the name. So if I just do matched route, I have the current route. And then I have, ooh, come on, this route, let me see here, route, and then handler. And then we can just do get attributes like this. But let's just see whether we can add this here. Let's check my cookie middleware. I think I just add this in my routes initializer even. Okay, let's do it. Router, add middleware, authorize middleware like this. Yeah, check your internet speed. I know. I mean, I see there is a problem, but I don't know where the problem is coming from. right? And like, I mean, I'm not on Wi-Fi, it's just cabled. It should work fine, I think. Like, let's do it like speed test, right? Like, I don't know, this should be well, this is download. Let's wait for download is fine. Upload seems to be like little bit less than what it usually is, but still okay. It's usually around 10. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I believe you. I know that there is a problem, but I don't know how to fix it. And yeah, it is what it is. And you know, let's not pretend that everyone's watching the video here. Like half of the people here are just here to hear me talk, and they have the stream minimized. Anyway, so okay, we added middleware here. Let's check whether it dumps. Yeah, it does. So so yeah, it's not all that complex. Then we have our authorized middleware. So let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna grab our attribute here. Attribute this route. Let's actually rename this to matched route, and then we'll say handler, yeah, and then get attribute, and then we'll say, what was it called? Has permission. The thing we still need to rename, right? Hey, Charlie and Adrian, by the way. So I'm glad you're here joining the lagging stream. I have to figure it out. I know, but it will be after the stream. But still, I'm glad you're listening. Dan is just listening here and not watching. It's all fine. I'm glad you're listening to my my sick voice. So we have our attribute. So if there's no attribute, we'll just return next request, right? If there is an attribute, we'll have to check whether the user has the permission. So we'll say user. Oh, this is all AI generated. We'll see whether it works. So if we'll say user is authenticator current user. Yep. If there's no user, we'll return just immediately no new forbidden. Is there no forbidden response? Hang on. Maybe I need to add that as well. Redirect. No, invalid, not found. No, okay. Let's do forbidden. Forbidden. And I will say status forbidden. Oh, it doesn't have anything. That's that. Okay, new forbidden, like that. We'll get the permission. And if the user doesn't have the permission, we'll return new forbidden as well. Oh, there it is. Okay. Have you tried Symfony? Have you tried Symfony? Yeah. I mean, like, maybe I'm misinterpreting, but yeah, I don't know. No, this is not Symfony, for the record. But I mean, I was totally inspired by Symfony in many regards. So what we can do here to clean it up a little bit, I think is like this. Okay, let's rerun our test. It would have been cool if it just worked. Cannot access private property permission. Oh, such a noob mistake. Did I make it private? Dude, private. No, public. Yeah. Actually. Uh-oh. Hang on a second. Is there another ORM bug? There shouldn't be. Please, no more ORM bugs. So user permissions is an array, right? It has user permissions and it has admin, so everything's fine here. How does Symfony help with bad upload speed? I don't know. How are you execute tests for specific feature? You mean like this? This is a shortcut in PHP Storm. I actually made a video about that. Let's see. JetBrains TV. If you want to know about it, here it is. Getting started with testing in PHP Storm. And there is no lag in that video, I promise you. And if there is lag, it's your problem, not mine. Okay, so no, but you know what? I know what the problem is. No worries, we'll handle this. Current user, let's check here with user permissions. Permission. Okay. Oh no, failed asserting that status 200 matched expected status of 403. So over here, it should return forbidden, right? Because we don't have a logged in user. We shouldn't have a logged in user. Maybe my shorthand here is wrong. Hang on a second. Let's see. Let's dump our user, like for the first time, and it's null. So this should return forbidden, right? It does. It should. Oh, hang on. No. Wait. Let's comment this out and let's see. Oh, now it works. Okay, so now we log in the user, right? And then we do the request again. Let's comment this out for now. Which extension are we using for autocode generation? This is this isn't an extension. This is in PHP Storm. You have full line code completion. This one, and it uses a local AI model, so nothing goes over the wire. There's also AI assistant, or like something like GitHub Copilot if you want to use that. But those services use, for example, ChatGPT or other like cloud-based models, while full line code completion just comes with PHP Storm, and it's a local model, and it's getting more like better and better actually. I like it feels like it's just the IDE auto-completing, but it's auto-completing more than like just simple like these things. It's auto-completing like full lines of code, and sometimes even more, I think now. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it's pretty cool, you know. Upload speeds are just terrible here in Belgium. Yeah, I don't know, like which offline model. I'm not sure like which one it is, but there is you can do a Google search for, there is a page somewhere, I probably should know it, that explains, if you just search for JetBrains full line code completion, I'm pretty sure you'll find like a FAQ page with like all the details. Yeah. Anyway, back to we got a forbidden. Okay, let's see here. So it means we have a user, I guess, right? And he doesn't have the permission. Yeah. It does have the admin permission, but it's saying false is my guess. Yes. Okay. So I just made a pretty stupid mistake probably. Is this one the same? User permission unit enum? No, it's not the same. So it actually works. This is the vect enum version. These are just test files, by the way. And now it will work. And it does. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let me comment out this. That's one step closer to being able to handle authorization, I guess. So what we still need to do, there are a couple cases here we need to check. This is so what if we say user revoke, which it doesn't exist yet? Oh no, that's a rabbit hole. We're not going to do that right now. Let's create. No. Guest. Let's do it like this. You need to be guest to see this this URI here. So even though we're logged in, and I know that this doesn't really make sense, because like an admin should be able to see all the guests. All the guests responses. Like we don't have permissions yet that inherit from other permissions. That's what I wanted to say. So it is returning forbidden. And that's, you know why? That's because like our current user is probably, no. Hang on. Oh, hang on. The route needs, oh. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, this is why people live stream, just so that, you know, there's pair programmers that can catch all your mistakes. Thank you. So, what else do we need? We also want a custom authorizer here. Let's say user. Oh no. Let's do that like this. Custom author. That's a difficult word. Let's see. We'll just add it here. So custom authorizer. Yes. Implements authorizer, right? And it should, you know, let's just return false for now. Has permission, custom authorizer. We need a better name for has permission. I mean, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. Custom, like so. And then we'll say custom authorizer, assert forbidden. And this, yeah, this isn't really a good test here. Let's see if authenticate, can authorize. Why is this? Hang on. Can authorize, or just let's call it user. Like this. If user instance of, if not user instance of user, return false, and else, just stupid, user name equals test, for example. What's the problem here? Yeah, but that's just because of test code. Okay. So. Is permitted. Is permitted. Maybe. Let's first see here how this works. So permission, right? If permission is a permission authorizer, allow string true. if permission is an authorizer, let's say permission, let's check here, then we dump it, right? Custom authorizer, right? And we'll have to private container. Where's the Tempest container? It's the first one. Container. Authorizer equals new. No. This container get permission. Yeah. And if that's not the case, hang on, is allowed equals this, and else is allowed equals authorizer. That's authorizer. User, like this. And if not allowed, we'll say forbidden, and otherwise we'll return the response. Like can would be a pretty like vague name for a test. So now we'll do for an attribute, we'll say user name equals test, and then we'll say user save, and I don't think we should do anything else, and then assert okay. It could be that we need to do something, but we don't. Okay, cool. So now we know that works. What a giant integration test here. Aiden, are you still here? Look at this beautiful integration test. Just, 50 lines of code, and it tests like 10 things at once. Isn't that beautiful? Aiden, are you still listening, Aiden? Look at this code. Beautiful. No, but this is pretty cool. I'm happy that like it's a simple middleware here, and now we only need to find out how we can what this should be renamed to. But let's first check whether like everything still works. Oh, I hope it does. I also have to leave in a couple of minutes, so we'll have to end the stream anyway. I do notice some issues here, not just with my internet speed, but also just my Mac is just super slow today. So I don't know. Not without. Can you break that down into unit tests? Aiden asks. Not without a repository. No, I know. Okay, let's fix these. These are easy to fix probably. Parameter 1, user of method, authorize, expects, can authorize, can authenticate, or null. True. True. Call to undefined method can authenticate has permission. Yeah. So if not user instance of can authorize, we'll have to return forbidden as well. But only if there is, if there is an attribute, but that's okay. No, can you please? It reminds me too hard of ability.js package. I don't know what you were talking about, Mr. Joris. Are you Joris from my old colleague Joris? That would be interesting. Authorize middleware. Using null safe method call on non-nullable type. Use, yeah, but, oh yeah, true, absolutely. Absolutely. And what's the error here? Parameter is not compatible with declaration. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Var class string authorizer permission, like this. Now, are all the static analyzers happy? Are those tests running in parallel? No, they're not. No. Hey, Said as well, yeah. Can as proposed attribute named, and no, I'm not. Okay, you're not my colleague, ex-colleague. That's good. You were about to tell static analysis it was wrong word. No! Did I ever say that? No. Severe whip. Oh, no. Hang on. I haven't. Oh, I thought I checked it. Go. There we go. Look at this beautiful test, Aiden. Look at it. Ooh. Great. So, folks, like, share your ideas. Like, has been proposed, and what else was there? Can, but that's just a can of worms. Okay, sorry. I don't know what else was proposed. There was another has. I don't know anymore. Does anybody know where I can find information when you use snake case instead of camel case in PHP? Yeah. Oh, in favor of is permitted. Is permitted. That was the. But is permitted. We could also say something like allowed for. I don't know. Actually, this makes more sense than has permission. Allowed for. What do you think of allowed for? Yeah. While people write their opinions about allowed for, where can I find information about snake case or camel case? It's all just personal preference. There are some like style guides, of course. I usually go with snake case in. Oh, actually, this should be camel case. I usually go with snake case when I have these for tests, because test methods can grow pretty long and snake case is easier to read. Apart from that, I wouldn't mind converting everything to snake case, but that's too controversial. +1 for allowed for, has permission is fine, authorized for. Okay, so I'm not getting anywhere with this. Folks. Yeah, I'll have to sleep on it for a night, I think. What's the change here? No, let's roll it back. Let's roll back. No, well, no, that's actually. Let's push. Don't like allowed for since you're passing it the permission. No, but that makes sense, right? Like this route is allowed for people who have this permission. That's like allowed for someone who has this permission. That's my reasoning. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it some more. Not something we need to figure out right now. I do think I like this. What we still need to do is like permissions, being able to have parent permissions. So, are the tests running in random order? Are they? No. Not locally, no. They might run random in CI, but Aiden can answer you in chat, because I don't know. we'll have to think about the names. Okay, folks. So, sorry for the dropped packets, the sucky internet connection today. I don't know what that's about. I'll have to figure it out. I'll just do a good old reboot, basically. That's the only thing I can think of, and then wait until the problem goes away. Name it allowed for people who have this permission. The permission, yeah. That's a very Tempest way to do it, Aiden. So, no, but thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and yeah, thanks for enduring my coughing on stream. But I feel like it's a bit better now. So I liked it. We made some progress, and it's super cool. See you in the next one. Okay. Bye bye.